अगर आप भी इस इंटरव्यू सीरीज में आना चाहते हैं और आकर इंटरव्यू देना चाहते हैं तो आपको वीडियो की डिस्क्रिप्शन में एक गूगल फॉर्म मिलेगा। आप जाके वो गूगल फॉर्म भर दीजिए और फिर आपका भी इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल होगा और आप भी इसी तरह से आके इंटरव्यू दे सकते हैं। और ये वीडियो देखते टाइम आप कैंडिडेट्स के आंसर को सही मत मानना। कई बार हो सकता है कैंडिडेट गलत आंसर दे और मैं उसके रिस्पॉन्ड में बोलूँ ओके ठीक है आगे बढ़ते हैं, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं। ठीक है, तो आप केवल क्वेश्चंस पर फोकस करना। आप ये समझना कि आपसे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है और आप उसका आंसर खुद से ढूंढना, आप उसका करेक्ट आंसर खुद से ढूंढना। कैंडिडेट जो भी बता रहा है वो सही बता रहा है गलत बता रहा है, आप उसका रिसर्च करके आप खुद से डिसाइड करना। हर एक आंसर को मैं ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा कि हर आंसर अगर गलत है तो मैं बोलूंगा अब तुमने ये गलत बताया, अब तुमने ये गलत बताया। मैं कई बार अगर गलत होता है तब भी मैं उसको बोल दूंगा ठीक है आगे बढ़ते हैं, चलो कोई बात नहीं। और ये वीडियो देखते टाइम जब भी मैं क्वेश्चंस पूछूं तो आप वीडियो को पॉज करके खुद से आंसर देने की कोशिश करना। आप ये समझना कि क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछा जा रहा है, जिससे कि आपकी भी बहुत ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस होगी। तो चलिए वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं। हाय दीपक, हाउ आर यू?
Hi, Bhaiya. Anurag Bhaiya. I'm good.
So
What about you, sir?
yeah, I'm good. So just tell me a little bit about yourself and what you are studying, what you have learned so far. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Deepak Patel, and I'm currently pursuing BTech Computer Science from Sushila Devi Bansal College of Engineering and I am from Vidisha district, Madhya Pradesh. Currently, it's my seventh semester, and I'm doing web development related work like creating a websites and another thing.
Yeah. So what are all the
Like
things or what are all the technologies that you have learned so far?
Actually, I have working with web development approx 2 years ago. When I was in second year, I started my web development journey, and I have knowledge about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Tailwind, and all the technologies. But I have mostly worked with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Okay. So in this
And I
interview
have
we
also
will.
knowledge about
Okay. Okay. Just go ahead.
React.js.
Okay, so in this interview, we'll mainly focus on CSS and JavaScript, little bit about
Okay.
HTML also. So let's
Uh,
start our interview. So first
uh,
of all, we will start with HTML. So can you just tell me the full form of HTML? What is the full form of HTML?
okay. HTML is stand for Hypertext Markup Language. Actually, hypertext is stand like whenever the element like P, whenever the P is wrap up in the quotes, angular quotes, then it is called hypertext.
Okay. Why do we use HTML?
Uh,
Like, what is the use case of
uh,
HTML?
Actually, we use the HTML for creating the skeleton of the website so that it can be visible to the user. Like,
Okay. What is semantic tag in HTML? Like, you have heard of semantic tags?
semantic tags like header, footer, body, or sidebar, etc. These all are semantic tag because they follow a standard way. Like there is a section, then it will show a different. It will create a different portion for the website.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Why can't we use just divs for everything? Why do we use semantic tags?
Actually, semantic tag currently we are working with the HTML5 and when the HTML5 was introduced, then there also come a semantic tags. So that's why semantic tag give the website or scroller. Basically crawler is the Google uh, bots, Google bot. So
Yeah.
which uh,
Just
investigate
mm,
the whole website, and because of the crawler or because of the semantic tag, he understand everything very easily.
yeah, that's good. So yeah, mainly uh, for
search
it
engine
provides
optimization.
it helps in search engine optimization, and also it
Okay.
gives meaning to the developers also. For example, you are a developer, so you will understand by seeing the footer tag that the code for footer is inside that tag. Yeah. So now let's come to CSS. Or there is one more question. What is difference between div tag and span tag?
Okay. Div tag basically is used for taking a whole line of which cover uh, whole the space along with the line, and span tag just take the space with the content in it. Or
Yes, yes. Yeah, and like that is related to its width, how much width it will cover.
with
Yeah, but
with
what is underlying difference? Like behind the scenes, why it happens like that? What is other difference? Like,
okay.
hmm,
Span is inline element. Inline element are those who take the space according to the element content,
yes,
and block level element are those element which take whole space means a full line.
yes. So it will
This call
take
are
the yeah,
this element called as block level element,
hmm,
and the span is called inline element.
yes, yeah, that's correct. Now let's come to our CSS. Okay, and in CSS, just can you explain in a bit more detail what is a block level element and what is an inline element from the perspective
Inline
of
element.
CSS? Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm,
In inline element we
hmm,
cannot define the width and height, and
okay.
because of this are inline element, if you want to give the
Hmm,
height and width, then you have to do changes in their uh, a display property.
okay.
Basically display property, if you suppose if you have a span element, okay,
Hmm,
then span element, we can't give directly some width and height,
yeah.
so we just set their property to inline block. So
Yeah.
inline block will give you the priority to use the width and height,
Yes.
and in block element, in block element there is we can set the height and width according to our desire.
Yes. That is correct. So can you give some other examples of inline elements that are by default inline in HTML?
Okay, inline element some are like image tag, and
Yes.
so image tag hoga, and then second one is input tag, input element, span.
Span we have
Span.
already
uh,
yeah discussed.
okay.
What about anchor tag?
Anchor tag also.
There is bold tag. Okay.
Or
Bold.
actually now
Uh,
I know whenever I will do my work like
hmm,
related to create the website,
hmm,
then I use this tag.
hmm.
But the mostly just like image tag and span tag, input tag. Basically, we worked with most of the in this tag. So
Uh,
that's why I
yeah. So
told.
you said image is an inline element. Okay.
Huh?
And you
Okay.
also said we cannot set height and width on inline elements.
Hmm.
But on image tags, we can set height and width. How is it possible?
Okay, inline block element. It is an inline block element actually.
Uh,
Image tag is it is an inline block element, so that's why we are able to do height, set height
uh,
and width.
no, it is inline. You can check. So
Okay.
uh, image tag is inline element. What you can do is you can share your screen. Okay,
Hmm.
now you can share your screen and
Okay.
open an HTML file and You can open that HTML file with a live server. Just create an empty folder. Your VS Code I'm not able to see. I think you have shared only Chrome screen. So share your entire screen. So stop
Okay,
sharing and share it again, entire screen.
okay. Is it visible to you?
Yes, yes. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
This is
now it
my
is.
index.html
Yeah.
and then
So connect one CSS file and one JavaScript file.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So, yes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. Now create one image tag and add some URL, take some image from Google or somewhere and add that link here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can inspect it and check what is its display property. So in computed, you will be able to see its property. Computed, go to computed tab. There is one layout and one computed. Select that image and click on that browser styles. That is one checkbox. In the side, there is one checkbox below computed. Yeah, below computed, right side. Filter styles
Mm,
you can see. Yeah. So now
okay.
here you can, in the filter styles, you can search for display. Yeah, so
Okay,
it is
display.
display inline. By default,
Mm,
any image has display inline property. Now try to give height width in CSS. Select it. Give it 500 width.
okay.
How is it working? It is inline element.
Mm,
Do you know this?
I don't have
Okay.
knowledge about that.
You know box model in CSS?
हाँ, I know.
जो
Okay, can
border.
I explain in Hindi?
Yes, yes, you can explain in Hindi. Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
देखिए, जब क्या होता है कि हमारे पास जो सीएसएस बॉक्स मॉडल रहता है,
Hmm.
उसमें अगर हमने बॉक्स साइजिंग बॉर्डर बॉक्स करा है, तो
Hmm.
उसके हिसाब से हमारा जो बॉर्डर का जो भी सीएसएस का बॉक्स मॉडल होता है,
Hmm.
उसमें जो भी बॉर्डर की विड्थ और जो हाइट रहती है, उसको अपन कैलकुलेट करके एक पूरा का पूरा एक कंटेंट एक वो डिप बना लेते हैं, ठीक है?
Hmm.
बट अगर इन बॉक्स कंटेंट बॉक्स साइजिंग कंटेंट अगर हमने कर दिया,
Hmm.
बॉर्डर कंटेंट कर दिया, तो
Hmm.
उसमें क्या होता है, बॉर्डर के लिए अलग से ही हम
Hmm.
काम करते हैं, अलग से ही
Hmm.
मतलब उनकी जो भी साइज रहती है उसको कैलकुलेट करते हैं और एक
Hmm.
नया ही डायमेंशन में मिल जाता है।
Hmm.
इसलिए जब भी हम अगर सीएसएस वगैरह लिखते हैं ना, तो हमें यहाँ पर एक चीज कर लेना चाहिए कि अगर हम जाएं
हम्म,
यहाँ पर एक एस्ट्रिक करके पूरा सिलेक्ट कर ली थी पूरी सीएसएस को, देन द कर्ली ब्रेसेस, मार्जिन जो होता है हम हमेशा सेट करते हैं 0, एंड देन पैडिंग, पैडिंग भी जो होती है हमेशा हम 0 ही सेट करते हैं, बिकॉज कि क्या होता है हम जब लिखते हैं ना, एक मिनट, एंड देन बॉक्स साइज इन बॉर्डर बॉक्स, इससे क्या होगा कि जो भी हम कंटेंट की हाइट और विड्थ देंगे वो उसके साथ ही कैलकुलेट हो जाएगी बॉर्डर के साथ में। और अगर यही हमने बॉक्स साइजिंग कंटेंट कर दिया, कंटेंट बॉक्स अगर कर दिया, तो कंटेंट के अलावा जो भी बॉक्स की अगर हमने बॉर्डर दे दिया वो और जुड़ के आएगा। बट द थिंग इज अगर हमने वो कर दिया,
ठीक है, so
बॉर्डर
what
बॉक्स
is
कर दिया,
what is by default, what is the default value of box sizing?
it's box sizing content.
Yeah, so we set it to border
It's
box.
content box. Okay, content box, but
Yes.
we should do this box sizing border box.
Yeah,
Whenever
so
I used to create a website, then I always did the 3 line, so that
yeah, that's okay. So you know about specificity in CSS? What is specificity?
okay, I know. Specificity actually tells that specificity
Yeah, it
tells
is
that
difficult to pronounce that word. Yeah, it's okay. It's very normal. It
okay,
is tongue twister. Not everyone can pronounce. So yeah.
okay,
So,
specificity.
हाँ,
Specificity tells that suppose we have okay, हिंदी में हमारे पास कई सारे वो जैसे इमेज के लिए कंटेनर डॉट का यूज करते हैं, सिलेक्टर होते हैं, हर किसी के लिए सिलेक्टर होता है, जैसे अगर क्लास के लिए डॉट लगाते हैं और आईडी के लिए शार्प लगाते हैं, हैश जिसे बोलते हैं, और अगर हमें सिलेक्ट करना है कोई एलिमेंट को, जैसे स्पैन करके सिलेक्ट कर लिया हमने, और एक होता है इम्पोर्टेंट करके, ये तो मतलब this indicates that class, this indicates that id, this indicates that element, and this indicate super specificity. Actually in the by using this we can set to any element high specificity, because whenever we give this property, so it's all the property of that element become very high if we set this. And after that there is this, okay, id property matters high, after that this, and after this, and or if we go with this like internal css, then internal css is also preferable. First one is important, second one is internal css, third one is id, fourth one is class, and fifth one is this, according
yes.
to
Yeah, so specificity has some kind of number thing. Do you know like how much is the specificity for class? Do you know that number? How much the specificity of one class is? Come to VS Code. Come to VS Code.
okay,
And open CSS file. So you have used here element selector for image. Okay. So if you hover on that image, just hover and just put your cursor. So if you see selector specificity is written above, and it is 1, 0, 0, 1. So the specificity of selector, specificity of tag selector or element selector is 1, and specificity of a class selector, if you just put
it's
some
10.
yeah, it is 10. So that's what I
Okay,
was asking.
I got recall it because when I have did a work on it, and you also taught in a video
Hmm,
regarding this,
hmm,
that specificity also in mathematics like 1, 10,
hmm,
100,000
hmm.
and infinite.
No.
This is
Hmm.
I have learned from your
Yeah,
channel.
yeah, that's good. Now let's move to JavaScript. It is enough
Okay.
about CSS. So you can open VS Code. Just by default, keep open VS Code and
Mm.
just keep it like this. Yeah. So what is what are different data types in JavaScript? Can you tell?
Okay. There are mainly two types, primitive
Okay.
and non-primitive.
Hmm.
Okay, there are two types of data types in our JavaScript. Primitive data types are those uh, which take uh, memory in the stack memory,
Hmm.
and non-primitive data types are those
Hmm.
which take the memory in the heap memory.
Okay.
And the heap memory's data is stored in the stack memory as
Hmm.
a reference variable,
Hmm.
or yeah, this one.
Okay. Just tell me some examples. Examples for both.
Okay.
Hmm.
For primitive data type, we have string,
Hmm.
boolean, boolean, null, and then also we have uh, boolean हो गया, null, string, undefined, undefined, and string, boolean, undefined, number.
Yeah.
Okay. Or there is also a new data type introduced right in new JavaScript versions, like symbol.
Yes.
Actually, I haven't used this symbol, but I have worked with all this.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Hmm.
enough for primitive. Give some
Non,
examples for non-primitive.
okay, class, object,
Okay.
object, and then arrays,
Okay.
functions.
Hmm.
Yes, these are.
Yeah, so all these things behind the scenes are objects. So,
Hmm.
uh, like if you just say object, that is also enough. But if you mention all these different things, that is also okay. And arrays and class are not different on data types. If you
Hmm.
just create one array, just can you clear your this create one array, put some number 1 2 3 4, and that's enough.
Okay.
Now console log below uh, type of array, type of this array, hmm, type of
Oh,
array. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Now check in console. Before checking, just tell what will be the output of this.
actually, array, type of array. Whenever I'm learning from a YouTuber, he said that array is a object, but actually, I he told that okay, it is a object, but
Yes.
yes, if we print this, so I will we will get object as its type.
Okay. So if we can check what is its output, you can come to
Okay.
Chrome and check the console. What is its type? Open Chrome. Yes.
Object. Okay.
Yeah. So it is object. Now,
But I want to know actually the when I am learning from a YouTuber, then I was in dilemma like how it is an object. So can you
Which
give some
YouTuber
brief?
you have which YouTuber you have learned from?
There is an YouTuber like name is
Hmm.
अरे,
It's okay. It's okay.
Free
No
Code
problem.
Camp. Okay. Free Code Camp.
Free
So
Code
that's it.
Camp is not an YouTuber. That is an organization where a lot of
Channel, I
YouTubers
know
come.
channel.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
Uh,
YouTubers come and
I,
make videos. Okay.
mm,
Yeah. So yeah, because behind the scenes it is an object. So that's why in
mm,
JavaScript there is not a separate data types for array. It is
mm,
just object. And functions are like if you check type of function, then it will be function. But behind the scenes, that is also an object.
mm.
Now, one more
Okay.
question. Come to your VS Code.
Mm.
Come to open JavaScript file. What will be type of null? If you check type of null, what will be that? Console log type
Type
of
of null is null.
okay. Cons print in the console. Just do a console log.
Okay.
Inside console log, put that type of null whole expression. Yes. What will be the
It is
output?
also object. Also object.
Yeah. Why? Do
अरे,
you know this?
नहीं ये कैसे हो
Actually,
रहा है
actually,
ये कैसे हो रहा है
this is a bug in JavaScript from long time, and it has never been fixed because lot of code relies on this. So this is a JavaScript issue. It should be null.
ओके
It should be null, but
हाँ
it is object by mistake. Okay. So you should know that.
बट व्हाई इट इज एक्चुअली ना
Huh.
आई जस्ट कुड मतलब ऐसे कैसे होगा
Yeah, it
अच्छा
is like this. You cannot do anything about it. Null
ओके
is a data type whose type of,
हाँ
if you check its type, it is object.
ऑब्जेक्ट
Eh,
ओके
It is,
array is
it is
also a object array is also a object and null is also a object and
null
object
is
is also a object
null is not object. Null is a
हाँ
different data type. But if
हाँ
you check using type of, if you check type
हम्म,
of operator using type of operator, it will give
हम्म,
you object, which is not
ओके
correct, but it is like this. Okay. So
ओके
now let's move to our next question, which is what is difference between let and const variable? Can you explain? L-
ओके
like let and
वेट
var, leave const. Const we will see later. Let and var.
ओके हाँ where basically when we go with the where keyword let it remove for first when we go with the where keyword like keyword equals to 29 I will go with the I can go with the example or I should
Just
go with
explain it.
theoretical
Explain it. If we need, we will write
okay,
examples also. Just first
okay.
explain it.
So basically we can re declare it again like
Okay.
keyword 91 and when we go clg keyword so its value become 91 and whenever we want to use this keyword before declaration like clg or keyword then we will get a answer like undefined
Okay.
because when we talk about where keyword so in the memory it becomes it just holds the variable above
Hmm.
so with the value of undefined but in the case of let when we declare it keyword 1 equals to 34 and when we use to console this clg keyword 1 then we will get a error the error is temporal dead zone. Actually, this thing I learned from you, and it is basically for me it's very unique when I learn. But now I have knowledge about this. It is a block level element. Oh, sorry, block. It has block scope. It has block scope and it has global scope.
Okay.
Okay.
So var is global scope, you have said, right?
Hmm.
So if we create a function, just create a function, or
Okay.
can you explain like how like block, you said let is a block level element, okay, and var
Hmm.
is a global scope. So
Hmm.
what is difference? Like, can you just give an example here? Can you just
Okay.
write a block like block scope variable and just like how it is different? You just said block, it has block scope. So can you create a block scope and create a let and var variable and show the difference?
Okay, Bhaiya. I want to tell you that I have worked with this thing earlier, but now I am learning the JavaScript from beginning, so that's why I haven't go with the ECMAScript concept. So that's why I have only this knowledge.
Okay,
Because
okay, okay.
but
So
just I
hmm, so you don't know the how to create a block scope, right? Okay, that's okay. Now but you told that function is a global scope. Okay, so
function.
which means if we create a uh, if we create a variable inside a function using var, so what
uh,
will happen in that case? We'll be able to access it outside of the function.
Never, we can't. It
Okay,
become the block level scope.
block level scope.
Uh,
So var is a
outside
block.
of the function. Suppose outside of the function.
Hmm.
Uh, okay. And whenever you try to access this number one variable, CLD number one variable, then you will find that we can't access this because it's a its scope variable become local scope, and
Yeah,
outside of the local scope we can't use the
yeah.
variable data.
So why you said it is a global scope variable var?
Suppose global scope uh, number one equals to 24, and if you want to use this then you can, and whenever you want to print it then its value become, or
Yeah.
you can also
So
change
in
its
that
value
case,
and then
yeah, in that case, if we use let also, we can do the same thing. So let also becomes
okay.
a global scope.
uh,
So actually, what you should say is let is a block scope and
uh,
var is a function scope. Function scope is you will have to say. Function scope means if you declare it inside a function, it will not go outside of the function. You cannot access
okay.
it outside of the function. Okay. So uh, and what is a block scope? Like if you use if else, Okay, and inside if else, if you create a variable using var, it will be accessible outside of that if else. Okay, and if you create
Okay.
using let, it will not be
Hmm.
accessible outside of that if else, because it has block scope. Okay, so first you will have to learn what is a block. Block
Okay.
scope you will learn later. What is a block you will have to learn first. Okay,
Okay.
now I will send you some questions. Okay, some JavaScript questions. You have
Okay.
to answer that question.
Hmm.
So here in the chat, in the Google Meet chat, you will receive the question. You can copy it and paste it in your VS Code. Remove all the existing code and paste this code.
Okay.
And don't check the browser console. Just without checking the browser console, just try to answer this. What will be the answer of console log x line number 4?
Okay. It got called and its value become 20. Undefined. Undefined. Undefined.
Okay. Why? Can you explain this?
Okay. As I told you, the value when we create a variable, then hoisting come under the picture, and suppose it give this when we did when we declare a variable, then its value firstly become the uh, undefined, and
Mm,
for the same thing for function also, its value become under this got hoist
mm,
above the function scope,
mm.
and then when its value become undefined, and when we are accessing this, so this become undefined.
Okay. And if we try to console log on line number 5, like first first x and then console log. First declare x and then console log. Just move that line down.
Okay.
Line number 4, move to 5 line number. Yes, like this.
Now
But
its value become 10.
yeah, yes. So that is correct. Both answers are correct. Now
Thank you.
I will send you one more question. Okay.
Hmm.
Copy this question.
Okay. First time it becomes, I know that. First time it will go with start, and this and this
Hmm,
is timeout, means when we give the set timeout, so there is an, I haven't learned, but I have did this thing uh, 1 year ago.
hmm,
Some YouTuber told that there is a इवेंट लूप, एक एक स्पेस होता है जहां
hmm,
पर जो भी
hmm,
चीज हम सेट टाइम आउट के अंदर देते हैं, तो वो उस चीज के अंदर चले जाता है,
hmm,
और जो भी चीजें रहती हैं तो
hmm,
वो पहले एग्जीक्यूट हो जाती है। इसको असिंक्रोनस जावास्क्रिप्ट बोलते हैं, बिकॉज दिस
hmm,
गॉट एग्जीक्यूटेड फर्स्ट। इसमें जो भी टाइम दिया होगा उस टाइम के हिसाब से उसको कहीं और भेज दिया जाता है।
hmm,
एग्जीक्यूशन स्टेट शायद होती है कुछ, और स्टार्ट के जस्ट बाद एंड होगा, देन सेट
hmm,
फिर टाइम आउट प्रिंट होगा।
hmm.
हाँ,
ठीक है.
तो
But
आपका
right now we have given the time 0 milliseconds. So 0
ओके।
millisecond means 0 time, which is no time.
I know, but whenever this site timeout come in the picture,
Hmm,
then JavaScript gives some send this all the function outside the uh, execution state, and
Okay.
then after some time it
Hmm,
get called again.
Yes,
So
that
that's
is
why
correct.
start and time
Hmm.
out.
Yes, that is
I
correct.
have did this so
Hmm.
many times because I just want to know asynchronous JavaScript. That's why.
Hmm. Yeah, that's correct. Now I will send you one more question. You
Okay.
copy that and paste it.
Okay.
What will be output of this code?
Hmm. First I need code 1 and 3. 1 1 मिनट बाद आएगा, दूसरा फिर चल जाएगा 3 के फर्स्ट टाइम इसको देखते थोड़ा सा 3 आया, फर्स्ट आया, उसको उधर भेज दिया, उसके जस्ट बाद दूसरी बार भी उधर भेज दिया, तीसरी बार में ओके। सो फर्स्ट टाइम होगा 2 प्रिंट होना चाहिए पहले, नहीं 1 2 3 तक चलेगा, फर्स्ट टाइम तक तो गया। ओके 3 भी नहीं होगा, पहला होगा तो क्यों होगा? अरे यार what tricky question. Can I use pen and paper?
Yes, you can use pen and paper, but don't check the console.
Huh? I will never.
Hmm.
I just want to do some
Hmm.
like पहला सेट टाइम आउट चला तो 1 सेकंड के लिए वो आउट ऑफ द चला गया फर्स्ट टाइम में। नेक्स्ट टाइम में एक प्रिंट हो गया 1 2 3 ही प्रिंट होना चाहिए, नहीं 1 टाइम तक तो चला गया ऐसे 1 2 3 एक्चुअली।
Okay. Are you sure?
एक मिनट, एक दो पे तो पहला चल जाएगा, 3 पे भी पहला बार, और फिर जब वो आएगा तो फिर से वही होगा। हाँ 1 2 3
Okay, you can check the console now.
ओके। अरे 4
So, why is it coming like this? Can you explain it now?
4 क्यों आ गया? ओ 1 से लेके 2 2 से लेके 3 कैसे हो गया? 1 मिनट, 4 क्यों आ रहा है यार? What does it? What? No, I have no idea about it.
Okay, it's not a problem. You can try to understand it later. You can save this question.
ओके क्या हो गया? सॉरी भैया। हाँ
Okay. Now we will not go to more questions. I will ask you to make some. Can you make a to-do list app using JavaScript, where there will be one input field. You enter in the input, there will be one button add. When you click on add, all the list will come below, and there will be one delete button. If we click on delete, it will be deleted. So this much functionality we want. We don't want edit functionality. We want create and delete. That's it. So can you do that in this project?
ओके
And styling does
आई
not
कैन
matter. You can use ULLI or anything. Styling does not matter much, so you don't need to style. We need bare minimum HTML. That's it. HTML and JavaScript.
ओके भैया आई हैव जस्ट मेड दिस प्रोजेक्ट विद इन 2 ही दिन पहले मैंने इस प्रोजेक्ट को क्रिएट किया। आप कहो तो पूरा का पूरा जो मैंने बनाया है ना, पूरा
हाँ,
समझा।
नहीं नहीं, तुम अभी बनाओ, बस मेरे सामने बना दो। तुम्हारा प्रैक्टिस है ऑलरेडी, तो तुम जल्दी बना लोगे, बस दैट्स इट। यू कैन क्रिएट इट फ्रॉम स्क्रैच। You have to create it right now, like on your screen. Just open your VS Code.
हेलो भैया।
Yes, yes. Your audio just got stuck for us for a second. So just create it right now. You don't need to
ओ,
explain what you have created. I want you to
ठीक है।
create right now here.
फर्स्ट वी हैव टू टेक इनपुट फ्रॉम द यूजर, टेक्स्ट आईडी, इनपुट टेक्स्ट, we can take as variable, element, or query selector we can even say as value। उसका क्या एक्सेस मिला। और भैया कैन यू टेल अगेन व्हाट आई हैव टू डू।
What you understood, you tell. You can explain like what you understood. क्या बनाना है तुम्हें?
देखिए, हाँ मुझे एक
तुम
इनपुट है, उसमें जो भी वैल्यू इंटर की जाए,
हम्म
तो उसमें जो भी वैल्यू इंटर करी जाए उसके ऑन क्लिक इवेंट पर
हम्म
एक फंक्शन चलना चाहिए, उसकी जो भी वैल्यू रहे
हम्म
वो एक यूएल और एलआई में सेव हो जानी चाहिए।
बस वही सही है।
ओके।
यही करना है। पहले इतना करो, फिर उसमें डिलीट की फंक्शनलिटी बाद में लगा देना।
ठीक है।
हम्म, आराम से करो, कोई जल्दी नहीं है। ठंडे दिमाग से करो। तुमने बनाया
अभी
है भी जल्दी
ऐसा
तो। हम्म
मैंने अभी एकदम क्या हो गया कि ये थोड़ा डिस्टरबेंस हो रहा ना, तो इसलिए माइंड
हम्म,
चले।
कोई बात नहीं, आराम से करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
हम्म, सबसे पहले डायग्राम होना चाहिए। इनपुट, एक बटन, बटन, ठीक है बटन बनाते हैं पहले तो। बटन, एड, कुछ भी कर, बटन क्लिक, मेन कंटेनर आ गया। इसके क्लिक होने पर इसकी जो भी वैल्यू है वो हमारे एक वेरिएबल में स्टोर होनी चाहिए। एक बटन क्लिक का एक वेरिएबल है। ओके, सबसे पहले तो इसका एक्सेस लेना पड़ेगा। एलिमेंट बाय आईडी। इसके बटन क्लिक इसके जैसे ही क्लिक होने पर जैसे ही क्लिक होगा उसके अंदर की वैल्यू जो है एक किसी वेरिएबल में स्टोर कर लेनी चाहिए। वेरिएबल स्टोर और टू टेक्स्ट और सीएलडी। इसकी वैल्यू जैसे वो क्लिक किया बटन क्लिक एड इवेंट लिस्टनर क्लिक करने पर स्टोर के अंदर, अरे यार तो अच्छा फंक्शन को कॉल करना था। बटन क्लिक क्या कर रहा हूँ? और तो सब उसके जैसे क्लिक हो स्टोर के अंदर वन क्लिक इवेंट क्लिक करने पर स्टोर के अंदर इनपुट टेक्स्ट इनपुट था, इनपुट के अंदर जो भी डॉट वैल्यू थी उसको एक वेरिएबल में स्टोर करना था, किया। चल भी जाए कि ना? ये नहीं चलेगा तो कहाँ से चल जाएगा? क्लिक नहीं चलेगा ये जब तक अगर कनेक्ट नहीं करेगा। हेलो भैया,
Yes, yes.
एक प्रॉब्लम के कारण बहुत देर से परेशान हो रहा था मैं।
Yeah. So you need to see everything. Okay. Your job is to make it working. So whenever you feel like you need help, you can ask. Okay.
X and HDF value. This is not a function. इसके क्लिक कर, इसके अंदर की जो भी वैल्यू है वो मुझे चाहिए।
भैया, अनुराग भैया,
यस यस
मैं समझ रहा हूँ। जैसे अभी तो नहीं हो पा रहा मुझसे, और आवाज भी बहुत आ रही है साउंड से, सराउंडिंग। तो
okay, no problem.
हम्म,
So this is actually a machine coding round, we can say. Okay, so machine coding round, you have to build some application,
ओके,
and when you do live coding, your mind should be cool and you should not panic if you're not able to do that. Okay, so and background noise you don't worry too much about. Okay, because if you go in office there is even more noise than this, and you have to work every day, so ignore that noise and don't worry about that. Okay, while working, don't worry about that. So it's okay. Now our like interview is kind of over. This was the last thing, last question we can say. So overall, if I have to rate you like uh, for this interview, how many points I will give you out of 1 to 10? So I will give you like 5 points, half. Okay, because this machine, like earlier you have explained the theory part very much like well. Something was not like something you have explained very well, something not very well. This one you have explained like uh, because of English, there was some difficulty for you to explain, but you have explained up to the extent you could. But when it came to the practical thing, practical coding, you were not able to even console log what is what like when user is clicking, you are not able to console log that, and you are not able to understand how the code is running. You are trying to console log it on the like below of the file. It will run only once. Like you are expecting it to run every time you click. It will never run. Okay. So like when it came to practical round, you did not do well. So that's why I gave you 5 points. And if the interview was real, like let's say I am going to hire you for something, some role, for fresher role, I will never hire you. Like I will not hire someone who have prepared this much and like he is not able to code. So you will be rejected from this interview. Okay. So all the things that you knew, uh, I have not asked something extra out of the thing, right? All the things that you knew, I have asked from that only, and still you were not able to do that. So you because theory as much as you can explain, that does not matter if you cannot code it. Okay, if you can code it and cannot explain that, that is okay, that is better. Like then that is better than being able to explain and not able to code. Because when you come to company, when you join any company, you write code every time. Okay, and not anyone, not everyone will be helping every time. When you get stuck, not everyone will help you. You have to do it by yourself. So you need a lot of practice in making projects by yourself. Okay, by yourself you have to make a lot of projects. And this was your first interview kind of thing, right? Have you ever given interview before?
नेवर।
Yeah, so first interview is never going to be the best interview. Don't expect it like this. This is the first time you are giving interview. Prepare it. We will do your interview like after 1 month, 2 months, whenever you are ready, with ES6 concepts, with promises, with like let var everything. Then we will do it again. And I hope at that time you will perform better. Do lot of practice. Okay, lot of uh, like practice project. Make lot of projects so that whenever you are asked to code, you can code it effortlessly. So if you have any question, you can also ask. Otherwise, we can close this interview.
फिलहाल अभी तो कुछ भी नहीं, बस माइंड ब्लैंक चल रहा है अभी।
Okay. And whenever you give interview, make sure that your environment is not disturbing. Okay. So, for example, someone in your house is walking, so you'll be distracted. Okay, you'll be distracted. For example, I think she's your mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's working, so you'll be distracted why she's coming. So, whenever you go for interview, it is not. For example, this is a mock interview. If you don't pass, it is not very good. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't pass, if you pass even, you will not get a job. If you don't pass, do not get a job. But when you are giving actual interview, you should be very serious about your environment. Okay, just tell everyone that I'm going to give interview for 1 hour. Nobody is going to come here. Okay, if they come, that will not be good, because you'll lose your focus and you'll not be able to crack interview, and you will not get the job. And everyone, like, they will not disturb you. Like, you will have to tell them that तुम्हारा जॉब का इंटरव्यू है, अभी 1-2 घंटे तक हमारे पीछे मत आओ, ठीक है, आराम से शांति से इंटरव्यू देने दो. So even mock interviews you should treat like a real interview. Okay, you should tell, like, I'm going to give a mock interview. It is a practice interview, and if I pass in this, there is a very good chance that I will pass real interviews also. So just tell everyone in your house you are going to practice, so that there will be no disturbance from next time. Okay, तुम्हें अभी प्रैक्टिस की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, और जब भी कोड लिखो तो देखो वो कोड कैसे रन हो रहा है, ठीक है. और एक चीज, तुम्हारा जो भी कोड लिखने का स्टाइल है अभी, जैसे तुम जैसे लिख रहे हो, वेरिएबल्स क्रिएट कर रहे हो, तो वो अभी काफी पुराने स्टाइल का है. अभी ये 6 सीखना, तो वो यूज करना, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट टाइम. वार मत यूज करना, ठीक है. और HTML में ऐड इवेंट लिसनर, मतलब HTML में ऑन क्लिक ये सब मत किया करो, ठीक है. तो ये सब ध्यान रखना नेक्स्ट टाइम. Whenever you give actual interview, at that time you should be prepared with ES6 concepts. I have not asked any single question from ES6. Okay, so but that is very much important in companies nowadays. Everyone uses ES6, and spread operator, destructuring, and let const var, promises, async await. These things are used very much. Okay, so you should prepare for next time, and yeah, all the best. ठीक है.
बट द थिंग इज भैया, जैसे मैंने अभी कुछ ही दिन पहले तो वो प्रोजेक्ट बनाया था, बट अभी क्यों नहीं कर पाया, मैं ये सोच रहा था.
हाँ, जब whenever you are in an interview situation and something goes wrong, let's say something goes wrong, then what happens? You lose control over your mind. Like, you will not be able to think. दिमाग में कुछ आएगा ही नहीं, दिमाग खाली हो गया होगा, है ना, एकदम ब्लैंक.
कुछ नहीं चल रहा था, बस मैं कुछ सोच ही नहीं पा रहा था. एक्चुअली जब भी मैं जब मैं कोड कर रहा था, जब मैं बना रहा था, तो मैं उसे कॉपी पे लिख पा रहा था, अच्छे से कर पा रहा था. बट इस समय जो हुआ ना, उस समय मेरा कुछ चल ही नहीं रहा था दिमाग में, बस खाली हो गया था, ब्लैंक. अगर मैं दिखाऊं अपना, सच में भैया, मैंने खुद ने डिजाइन किया था, दिखाता हूँ आपको. क्या नाम था उसका, गिटहब. अभी देखिए, मैं गिटहब तक से नहीं याद रख पा रहा हूँ ढंग से. कुछ मतलब दिमाग में बहुत चीजें चल रही हैं जो कि नहीं चलनी चाहिए थी.
सो दिस सी, ये केवल तुम्हारे साथ ही नहीं होता है, सबके साथ होता है. सभी जब खुद से अकेले बैठ के बनाओगे तो बना लोगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. इंटरव्यू में जब करने जाओगे, तनी सा थोड़ा सा भी अगर गलती होता है ना, तो दिमाग ऐसा खाली होगा कि तुम टाइप कर लो, वही बहुत बड़ी बात है, तुम टाइप भी नहीं कर पाओगे, ठीक है. तो एकदम से दिमाग फ्रीज हो जाता है. तो इससे कैसे, मतलब ये कैसे सॉल्व होगा ये समस्या, इंटरव्यू देके?
देखिए, मैंने इस चीज के अंदर एक सिंगल लाइन भी जो थी ना,
हाँ।
और सच में भैया मैंने कुछ भी चीज मतलब किसी से उठा के नहीं लिखी थी। ये तो आपके सामने सिंगल सब कुछ है ना, अकेला एक चीज है, एक
हाँ।
कंटेनर है,
हाँ।
फॉर्म इंफॉर्मेशन जो कि
हाँ।
यूजर से इनपुट वगैरह ले रहा है,
हम्म।
और दूसरा चीज है फॉर्म टेबल जो कि
हम्म।
यूजर को इनपुट दिखा देगा। ठीक है,
हम्म।
इसकी थोड़ा बना
ठीक
दो।
है, ठीक है, मैं तुम्हारा देख पा रहा हूँ कोड सारा। कोई एक एक लाइन कोड दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है, ना तो समझाने की ये भी जरूरत है। तुमने कितना भी
हम्म,
बढ़िया प्रोजेक्ट, कितना भी अच्छा बनाया हो, तुमने खुद से ही
हम्म,
बनाया है। तुम कह रहे हो तुमने खुद से बनाया है, लेकिन मैं क्यों मानूं? मैं
हाँ,
तुम्हें पता है तुम झूठ नहीं बोल रहे हो, लेकिन मैं क्यों
हम्म,
मानूं कि तुम झूठ नहीं बोल रहे हो?
हम्म,
मैं तो कह रहा हूं तुम झूठ बोल रहे हो। ठीक है, तो मैं कैसे, मतलब कैसे पता लगा सकता हूँ कि तुम झूठ नहीं बोल रहे हो? तुम कितना भी बोलो कि नहीं मैंने ही बनाया, सच में बहुत सही, ये मतलब सच में तुमने ही बनाया, ये मैं मानता हूँ, लेकिन इंटरव्यूअर
हम्म,
नहीं मानेगा। उसको उसके सामने चाहिए, उसके सामने उसको तुम ऐसा कोड करके बनाते हुए दिखने चाहिए। नहीं तो तुम ऑफ द कैमरा किसी से हेल्प लेके कैसे भी बना सकते हो ना, तो ये इंटरव्यू में नहीं चलेगा। तुम इंटरव्यूअर के सामने अगर नहीं बना पाए, फिर बाद में बोलोगे सच में, सच में मैं नहीं बना पाया, मतलब सच में मैंने इसको खुद से बनाया था पहले, अभी नहीं बना पाया हूँ बस। तो वो बोलेगा ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, फिर से बनाओ जाके, लेकिन इसमें सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा। ठीक है,
हाँ,
तो ये ये बताने की जरूरत नहीं है कि तुमने खुद से बनाया था ऐसे। तुम जो करो उसको करके दिखाओ इंटरव्यू में, एक्चुअल में, तभी सिलेक्शन होगा। ठीक है, इंटरव्यू में करके दिखाओ बस। अब उसकी चाहे प्रैक्टिस करो अलग, चाहे जितने प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ, इंटरव्यू में तुम्हारा जो है कोड वो लिख लिख के आना चाहिए। दैट्स ऑल इट दैट मैटर्स। ठीक है, तो सही
बहुत
है
कुछ सीखा
मतलब तो।
भैया मैंने आज के
हाँ।
इंटरव्यू में।
हम्म, ये ऐसे ही और हाँ देखो, जो माइंड ब्लैंक होने वाली समस्या है ना, ये माइंड ब्लैंक केवल तुम्हारा ही नहीं होता है, सबका होता है, मेरा भी होता है। ठीक है, जब खराब होने लगता है, जब कोड मतलब थोड़ा सा खराब होने लगता है, थोड़ा सा भी गड़बड़ी जैसे होती है, दिमाग खाली होने लगता है, दिमाग में कुछ आता नहीं है। तो ये जो समस्या है, ये बार बार इंटरव्यू दे के ही आएगी। ठीक है, जैसे अभी ये मॉक इंटरव्यू हो गया, और भी अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि कोई मॉक इंटरव्यू कहीं भी हो सकता है तो वो दो, नहीं तो अप्लाई करो, इंटरव्यू दो। 10 इंटरव्यू दोगे, उसके बाद तुम्हारा सब कुछ वो डर वाला चीज खत्म हो जाएगा, दिमाग ब्लैंक होना खत्म हो जाएगा। तो 10 इंटरव्यू, तो तुम समझ लो कि 10 इंटरव्यू देके तुम सीखोगे कि कैसे बोलते हैं पहले जाके।
हम्म,
ठीक है, तो ये सब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, इंटरव्यू दो। 10 इंटरव्यू में तो तुम्हारा अभी मतलब, तो मान के चलो कि अगर तुम असली 5 इंटरव्यू देते हो ना, तो अभी सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा 5 इंटरव्यू में। 5 इंटरव्यू में तो तुम बोलना सीखोगे, अभी दिमाग को शांत रखना सीखोगे। तो उसके लिए तैयार रहो, इंटरव्यूज ढूंढते रहो, लेकिन अभी तुम्हें पढ़ाई की काफी जरूरत है। पढ़ाई करो अभी। अभी कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर करो, जो नए चीजें हैं वो सब, जैसे सीएसएस में फ्लेक्स बॉक्स, ग्रिड, ये सब सीखो। HTML5 सीखो, ES6 सीखो, सब नया चीज सीखो, ये यही सब यूज होता है और यही सब पूछा जाता है। ठीक है, तो ये सब सीखो
एक बात
फिर।
पूछ सकता हूँ मैं आपसे?
हाँ पूछो।
वो जो सेट टाइम आउट के अंदर 4 वैल्यू आ गई, वो क्यों आई थी?
वो तुम्हारा काम है, वो तुम ढूंढ के बताना। ठीक है, और अगर नहीं ढूंढ पाते हो तो संडे लाइव में आ जाना, संडे लाइव में मैं एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगा। ठीक है,
श्योर।
तुम ढूंढो, तुम सर्च करो तुम खुद से। ठीक है, खुद से करो,
ओके,
ट्राई करो। तुम संडे लाइव में, मैं नहीं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, तुम आके करोगे।
ठीक है।
ठीक है, तुम चैट जीपीटी से पूछो, गूगल पे सर्च करो कि इसका आउटपुट ऐसा क्यों आ रहा है, तुम समझो उसको, वो तुम्हारा समझ लो असाइनमेंट है वो, 1-2 दिन तक वही करो बस।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
ठीक है, चलो फिर, गुड नाइट,
गुड नाइट,
बाय बाय।
थैंक यू,
ठीक है।
बाय।
हम्म।